What to do, ladies and gentlemen? We are here for the Week 14 NFL game predictions, and we're gonna go through this pretty quickly. One, because I'm tired. Two, because I'm late on these. Excuse me. And three, because I'm frustrated because I just recorded a whole video without using my microphone. Because I'm a dang fool. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Pittsburgh at Minnesota. I'm picking Minnesota. I already have them written down. Picking Minnesota. I think they're gonna be angry enough that they lost to the Detroit Lions. I think Pittsburgh's gonna still be banged up. But I might be wrong. I can see Pittsburgh winning. Depends on how well the defense shows up, and if they show up for the whole game or just a half. I'm still gonna go with Minnesota. Moving on to the next game is the New Orleans Saints at the New York Jets. Yeah, I like this. Why not? The New York Jets. I have the Jets winning. I could see New Orleans winning, but at the moment I can't recall who the New Orleans Saints starting quarterback is. It might be Trevor Siemian still. I don't know. I'm pretty sure Taysom Hill got hurt, but I know he played last week. But I know he got hurt too, so it might be Trevor Siemian, but it also might not be. So I'm gonna go with the Jets, because Wilson's looked good, and Moore has looked good too. Moving on to the next game is the Atlanta Falcons at the Carolina Panthers. Now the Falcons haven't been swept by the Panthers in a good bit of time, and I don't think this will be the first year for it. Also, Carolina's down some Christian McCaffrey, and who else just got hurt? But they're not doing too hot right now, so I'm picking Atlanta. Moving on to the next game. Excuse me. Is the Seattle Seahawks at the Houston Texans. Now I went back and forth with myself in this one, but I'm gonna go with Houston Texans. Seattle technically has more to play for, but I could see Houston trying to spoil their own season or their own draft position and winning this game. Las Vegas at Kansas City. This is also a game I went back and forth with myself on, but I ended up settling on Kansas City because I feel like they just have a bit more of an edge, and they also tend to win that matchup more often than not. Baltimore at Kansas City. I'm picking Baltimore. I'm picking Kansas City and picking Baltimore over Cleveland. I feel like it'll be a good divisional game, and it might even just be a slugfest. But I think Baltimore is going to win that one, especially if it results to a slugfest. Baltimore as a team is better built for the slugfest than Cleveland is, but Cleveland can definitely participate in said slugfest. Dallas at Washington football team. I'm going to pick the Dallas Cowboys. I don't think the football team, what's the word? Momentum is going to be enough. I think it's going to be a good game. And they could win, but I think Dallas is like, all right, we don't want to compete for a wild card spot. We want to host playoff games. And I think they're going to realize that. Jacksonville at Tennessee. Tennessee's off a bye. Jacksonville's stupid. They benched their best player on the offense last week after a fumble. That was dumb. Urban Meyer. At me about it. Detroit at Denver. Detroit could win 2 games in a row. Do I think they do it? No. I'm picking Denver. The New York Giants at the Los Angeles Chargers. The Giants could win, but I don't know who's starting their quarterback position either. Is it Glennon? Am I being wrong? I think it's Glennon. I think Glennon starts this week. I might be wrong, though. The 49ers at the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm picking the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm picking the Chargers over the Giants, and I'm picking the Cincinnati Bengals over the San Francisco 49ers. I think they're just a better team. San Francisco, I feel like they'll have to dominate in the run game to win that game, and I'm pretty sure Elijah Mitchell is going to miss the game, so I feel like that's definitely one reason why Cincinnati should win. But it all depends on if Burrow's hand is alright. Buffalo at Tampa Bay. I'm going to pick the Bills. I'm going to pick the Bucs over the Bills, because the Bills have been super inconsistent, and they just play like they need a win more desperately than Tampa Bay does. So I could see the Bills doing it. I could see the right Bills team showing up. But as of right now, we don't know which Bills team is going to show up. But we know which Tampa Bay team is going to show up. They're doing pretty consistent and pretty well, especially Tom Brady. So I'm picking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers over the Buffalo Bills. Chicago at Green Bay. As Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers has said, I still own you. And he's right. At Chicago. So I'm picking Green Bay. Especially at home. Even if he doesn't play, I'm still picking Green Bay with Kurt Benkert at quarterback, because I like Kurt Benkert. The Los Angeles Rams at the Arizona Cardinals. It's the last game of the week, and I'm picking Arizona. I think Arizona's just a better team. Sure, there's more talent on the Rams, and like they seem like they could be like they could honestly go on a run. They could get real hot and be like unstoppable, because they have the talent for that. But the Cardinals, they're just a well-built team. They've got so many like above average spots, or at least they're playing really well. Above average players that are playing really well right now. They're a good team, not just offensively. They're a good team defensively. When they have the offense that works with it, oh man, they can be dangerous. They're getting a turnover like a little bit less than once every 5 defensive possessions, which is crazy. And I know this is super short. This is about 7 minutes so far. I just ran through the picks. I gave a very brief explanation as to why. Normally I'd give longer, but I am late and I'm also very tired, and I apologize for that. And I know some of y'all mostly come here just to hear me ramble for long periods of time. I have good news for you. I have a super long video of me rambling and dice rolling coming out soon, in which I explain Dungeons and Dragons to you. Yeah, I know, football and D&D. Like, I love the spectrum I'm on. But I'm going to give you a recap of all the game picks I just made right here, and say good night. I have the Pittsburgh Steelers beating the Minnesota Vikings. I have, in Minnesota. I have the New Orleans Saints losing at home. I'm going to start over. I have the Minnesota Vikings winning at home against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I have the New York Jets winning at home against the New Orleans Saints. I have the Atlanta Falcons winning on the road at the Carolina Panthers. I have the Houston Texans winning at home against the Seattle Seahawks. I have the Kansas City Chiefs winning at home against the Las Vegas Raiders. I have the Baltimore Ravens winning on the road at the Cleveland Browns. I have the Dallas Cowboys winning on the road at the Washington Football Team. I have the Tennessee Titans winning at home against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I have the Denver Broncos winning at home against the Detroit Lions. I have the Los Angeles Chargers winning at home against the New York Giants. I have the Cincinnati Bengals winning at home against the San Francisco 49ers. I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning at home against Buffalo. I have the Green Bay Packers winning at home against Chicago, and I have the Arizona Cardinals winning at home against the Rams. I didn't realize how many home teams I had winning this week. That means I'm doomed to be wrong. But I'm going to stand by those picks. Also, a little update on last week. I forgot to do it. I went 7-7, so I got half right, half wrong. Not great. But my overall record on the year, I feel like this is not the correct number, but whatever. 117 to 77. So 117 right to the 77 wrong. It might not be like 100% correct in terms of like getting all the games, but it's the ones that I've predicted right and wrong. So it's the right ratio, just don't know if it's the exact total, you know. Thank you for watching. I love you.